Hey guys, welcome to another Confession Friday on the M2M podcast with AI. This is the man to man session. So, my confession for today is thinking about it. Thinking about it now. In fact, it took me a lot to bring myself to share this with you guys. So I'll tell you people how I got involved with homosexuality. By now, I believe you all know that at the age of 3-4, I was molested by my house girl. And while growing up, first of all, my favorite color is still pink. And my name is Anna. It's weird for a guy, you love pink, your name is Anna, and trust me, there are times that my voice sounds feminine over the phone. So, this is just like an overview of the future, So going way back, how it all started, I know there were some couple of shows back then that I used to watch, but I remember playing dress up with my mom's outfit. There were times where I would put on her wig. I think 3 years ago, Facebook reminded me of one of those pictures. There were times where I would play dress up with my mom's wig. I would also put on her gown, I was playing, dress up. I was imagining, what would it feel like to be a girl? I would go way down to wearing her high heels. I would also put on the lipstick. So this is how it all started innocently. Really, trust me. It all started innocently this way. And there were times where I used to ask myself if I really like girls. Yeah, because it got to a point that I would just be among my female friends, and they would do things. Some of them would probably even undress or dress up in front of me, and nothing would move. Nothing would move. So, but now, one of those days, I went to visit a friend, and so this friend of mine, whenever I visit him and I go back and when I'm about going home, we will just hug it out. We will just hug, nothing more. So, but on this occasion, when I went to his house, it wasn't just a hug down. Yeah, it wasn't just a hug. The hug kinda took longer, and he was rubbing my back, and me innocently I was rubbing his back. Next thing I knew, he was kissing my neck. I was like, okay, this is getting to feel awkward, but Trust me, I think that day I really needed some comfort. I didn't know he was gay. Trust me, I didn't. We were all alone at home, so he got kissing my neck. The next thing, he was already sucking my ear, and that's when I was like, what is happening? What is really, 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 really going on here? And the next thing I knew, his hand was already on my dick. What? And when his hand was on my dick, I could feel an erection. Now, I was confused. I was like, what's happening right now? Now, it wasn't so weird that his hand was on my dick, choking it. But what was weird was that I had an erection to a guy. Wow. Nothing happened that day. I managed to leave. I managed to, at that point I was like, I need to go. He was still insisting, All I was just doing was, I knew I was done for. So I just quickly pulled out my phone from my pocket and I placed it on my ear and I faked a call and I was like, I'm coming right now. So with that call, I managed to escape. Back then, each time I thought about that incident, it brought fear, it brought a lot of scary thoughts. Like, what if my ass was penetrated? What if I was given a BJ by a man, by a dude? Forgive my use of language and my choice of words, but you see, on this podcast, I'm being all raw. What if I had no means of escape? And it makes me worry how many of you have been in this situation, how many of you have been in this position, and probably you had no way of escape. And you were dragged in. For me, it wasn't just about that incident. That wasn't the first time. There was also a second attempt by the same person. And a third attempt. When I didn't know what to do and how to escape it, I just decided to stay away. But there are many of you that had no way of escape, and it was right in your house. You see, the affinity the affinity and wanting to be like the other sex, because basically growing up I was the firstborn and the only child as at then, and my mom would always talk about how she wanted a girl child. Those things stuck. And for those of you that have listened to my confession on pornography, I'm going to say it again here. One of the porn movies, videos that I loved watching so much was lesbian sex. Lesbian porn. So the craving and the desire and the thought to be homosexual was already crippling into me. Hey guys, I'm straight. I ain't gay. I'm no gay. I'm straight and I'm not gay. And I'm glad that I'm not. Forgive me for saying this, but I love women. I love their body. I love that I'm a guy. It's not about my genitals now. It is not even about my chromosomes, X or Y. It's not. I am a man, I'm a guy, and I love that fact. My energy, the energy of a man is different from the energy of a woman. My emotions, the emotional drive of a man is different from that of a woman. My intellect, my reasoning, my ability to catch a vision and implement it, the perseverance, the resilience, the attitude. There is so much nobility in being a man and staying a man and staying straight. There is. Now you see, let me say this finally. There are two things that I've noticed. However, three that has made people, especially men, young men, to move from being straight to being gay. And the first is their circumstances. Probably they were sexually assaulted by a fellow guy, by a gay, by an homosexual. Their circumstances. Secondly, is the issue of identity crisis. Growing up, and they know that they are men, but they are not really sure. Just like me, my mom was always saying that she wishes she had a female child. Those things, the identity growing up. My name is Anna, I have a female voice and I love pink. All those things shifting my grounds. I'm asking myself, was I really supposed to be a guy? What if I was supposed to be a lady? What if it was a mistake? I mean, my voice. What if this part were a mistake? Identity crisis. And then number 3, lack of exercises. What do I mean by this? Your lack of exercising your mind, lack of exercising your emotions, lack of exercising your strength, lack of exercising your spirit, and also lack of exercising your mouth. I will spend so much time, probably in subsequent podcasts sessions, I will talk about this other episodes. But you see, exercise your mind. When I mean exercise your mind, if you're able to watch this, then no matter what happens, right there where you are right now, and if you want to, if you feel like you need to stop, if you feel like you need to go back to being straight, you need to exercise your mind. You see, it all started with a thought. You thought that it's straight with a thought. You thought that you are not a guy, you thought that you were a girl, and you see those thoughts formed your belief system. You start thinking about it. So you need to exercise your mind. You will need to exercise your mental strength, your mental energy, your mental capacity. Replace those thoughts. Tell yourself you are a guy. Acknowledge the fact that that you have the genitals and the chromosomes of a man. And even though those things can be replaced, it's not just about the genitals and the chromosomes, but you were made a man. Just replace those thoughts. Then, about your emotional exercise, some societies allow some excesses for some women. If you're a woman, you can cry, you can talk about things that you're going through, and this is you, a guy. You want to talk about the things that you're going through, you want to cry, but the society doesn't allow it. Go ahead and exercise your emotions. Exercise the way you feel. If you feel like screaming, scream. If you feel like crying, cry. If you feel like talking about it, talk about it. And that leads me to the other type of exercise, which is exercising your mouth. Get an accountability partner, not someone who is also gay, but someone who you can talk to about the way you feel, who you can commit yourself and your life to. There are many persons there who you can't talk to, but however, there are also people who you can talk to. You see, for the fact that I come here every Friday and I talk about what I've been through, I am stripping myself of these things. I am tearing every grip and every affinity that I probably had with it. I'm letting it go. I'm becoming free of it. So please, right now, right here, in case you probably do not have anyone to exercise your mouth to talk about what you're going through, I am here for you. Okay? I am here for you. We can talk about it. We can talk about it. I will be ending Friday confessions for me soon, but you see, the next season of the confession can be yours. The next season of the confession can be your own episode right here on this podcast, all based only on your confession. If you're listening to this and probably you also have things that you've struggled with and you're free with it and you would like to share your story to encourage others, please send me an email. If you also want to talk about what you're going through, please send me an email. Talk about the things you're going through. Send me a DM on Twitter. Send me a DM on Instagram. Send me a DM on Facebook. My email address is anaiang01@gmail.com, and my Twitter, my Facebook, and my Instagram handle are all Anna Iang. I will spell ANAINYANG, Anna Iang, the handle across all platforms. My email address is ANAINYANG01@gmail.com. Thank you for those of you who have been reaching out. I do look forward to hearing from as many of you as possible. Till I come your way next time, I send my best regards. Stay strong.